And greetings, programs. This is Wretch, and welcome back to We the Revolution. And in the last stream, we had a lot of, let's just say some very significant plot developments. Our son is dead. We went out for blood, and definitely got blood. And we are just continuing on and trying our best to climb up the rungs of high society. So let's go ahead and jump in this. Hey, Kath. It is good to see you. So currently we still have a pretty high reputation. We've got 14 reputation. The revolutionaries adore us. The common folk actually dislike us a little bit, which is a complete 180 from what we had before. And even the aristocrats are somewhat fond of us. So let's see what we can do about getting back into the good graces of the common folk without going too far into the, let's say, displeasure of the other factions. Here's hoping, at least. Today we only have several minor cases to deal with. Oh, alrighty. Did I see the new outfit for Ace and DBD? It's like Joker and Elton John had a baby. Oh, Lord. Nope, haven't looked at it. So we still have some negative things heading toward us right now. We've got the enemy at the courthouse. We've got supply problems. Like, things are not looking particularly good for us right now. But it is what it is. Now that we have all of these minor cases, though, we can probably get into the good graces of the people. Remy Jacquemin. According to reports, merchant Remy Jacquemin bribed the managers of the river port to detain goods belonging to his competitors. That way he was able to sell his own products at higher prices. Parisians had to pay for his crime. Ooh, not sure about that one. And we got another one, Hippolyta Roanet. 68-year-old Hippolyte has been harassing his neighbors for quite some time. Recently he set dogs on a group of children who live in the same building as he does. That was the last straw. Their parents decided to accuse him of assault. And this one belongs to the aristocrats. Matthew Besnard has been gossiping at the tavern on Rue Saint-Martin, telling anyone who cares to listen about his sexual relationship with Luc Halliet's wife. The investigators have established that he was most probably lying. Well, definitely nothing to kill someone for. Setting dogs on a group of children is definitely not ideal. 16-year-old Marie-José Dumont bought 2 kilograms of onions at the street market, yet she paid for only 1. The next time the girl showed up at the market, the stall keeper took her to the nearest police station. Gonna go ahead and free her there. Denise Allison, an elderly woman and former prostitute, runs a brothel in her small apartment. 4 girls from the country were working in turns in 2 rooms. During the investigation, they complained that Allison paid them only a few francs per night and fed them poorly. Just because, yeah, why not? There we go. That gets the people looking at us pleasantly. Marianne Garot's little boy died, probably as a result of being beaten. When she brought her son to the doctor, the only thing he could do was declare him dead and call for the guard. When investigators inquired about the location of the child's father at the time of the incident, the suspect refused to answer. That's a shame. Goodbye. And that puts us in good terms with the common folk again. And Parisians had to pay for Remy's crimes, so let's go ahead, especially at times like this where food and everything is scarce. We're going to go ahead and kill him. Ooh, that got them happy. And the guy who set the dogs on a group of children will go ahead and say, okay, the revolutionaries and the aristocrats did not necessarily care. That's going to get all of us over the halfway point with all 3 factions, so seems like a good thing to me. Signed, sealed, delivered. Thank you. Even the least powerful deserve justice. Yes, indeed. But now we need to see where we are on our machinations and our plots. Oh, Lord, where would I like to go? Would I like to go to the gambling den or go home? And they are just giving us a picture of that little boy to spite us. But we definitely need to go ahead and go home, so... The gambling den doesn't really do anything for me. See, we're on really good terms with everyone. We possibly need to go ahead and get higher stats with Matilda. Reading together. Work on tomorrow's trial. Evening stroll. Oh, you take your family for an evening stroll around Paris, or rather, what's left of your family. Just gotta twist that knife, don't you? Oh, see, that barely went down. Good, good. Now, this is something we may want to consider if we need the statue. Hey, we won! Prank. I'm not sure what that meant. Oh, Lord. You have seized the printing house. The available actions will help you influence political groups in Paris. In Paris. And the hideout, we haven't got that yet. Denounce, send the Muscadins. Cool. Well, once we get some more influence points, we will definitely do that, but now is not a good time. So, Jacques is wounded. Fervor is getting particularly high over here. See, it's starting to sizzle. So, we're going to send him there to heal up, and he'll be in good shape. Rommel, we need to try and convince these guys to let him go. Commence persuasion. And I don't have enough, unfortunate... Oh, that's interesting. Attached is manipulation. Carefree is careless. Let's do humility and manipulation. Perfect argument, a weak argument. Let's do manipulation again on that point. It's just giving us some guidelines, you know what I mean? Carelessness. Satisfied. Let's go with manipulation again. Ooh, that did not work. It's alright though, because we got the perfect... He got lost while in town. Intrigued. Okay, good. We did free him. Hey, Seraphim. No one right now, thankfully. Now, Gregory is blocked, but at least we were able to get him released, which is good. Now to determine what to do. I'm going to go ahead and move Raphael this direction and increase influence over the district. Now, if we have Raphael right here, then we are at a position where we could conceivably take out the main enemy base, because that would be awesome. No, we have not lost another son yet, but the stream is young. Alright, and that's pretty much all that we can do right now. We are rocking out 8% every day toward the completion of the statue. Yeah, see, it's at 56. We got 6 days before the next inspection. Let's do some intrigue. Now, unfortunately, we did not... embarrassing subordinates did fail, but we do have Tinville's investigation. Let us hope that the rumors stimulate Tinville's imagination enough to make him officially look into Gobel's case. It's important to cast a shadow of doubt on the Archbishop, to show the deputies who are scared of him that Gobel has a weak point.
Please forgive me for being a little late.
You have only piqued my curiosity, Monsieur le Juge, as I cannot guess what I have done to deserve this invitation.
You must have heard rumors about Archbishop Gobel.
Come now, Alexis. You are poking fun at my intelligence. We both know that you are the author of the denunciation.
Oh.
How can you be so sure?
I am not a fool. You have eliminated Roland and Pache, and now you are trying to get Gobel. The reason why may elude me, but I do not care.
Ooh. Okay. So, if you have no opinion, carelessness is the way to go. Manipulation. Manipulation. And when you're bullheaded, humility. Oh, that's not good at all. Okay. So maybe humility and humility? We don't have much of a choice. Let's go ahead and see what happens.
Yes, we know what you care about most. I do not judge you. Gobel is no different. The question is, who will be the first to meet the guillotine for being so selfish?
What do I care about anyone's bastard? The country is in flames because of the rebellion in Vendée, and I am supposed to be preoccupied with something like this. An illegitimate child in Paris. Now that truly is a novelty.
Okay. Let's try humility.
I believe in your reason. Listen here. Gobel has possessed the souls of thousands of Parisians who are looking for someone to answer for the rebellion in the Vendée and the South. They need to find someone who is guilty. And you are surely too much of a man of sense to leave the choice to fate.
Did it work?
Your words do make some sense.
Excellent.
These days, people are indeed full of negative thoughts.
Yes, negative thoughts. Bad. Bad. Carelessness, maybe.
Show that you have grown to become more than a mere prosecutor. It seems to me that you do not care that this man is about to take control over your career. And to the city, you are just another lawyer like so many others. And I wanted to give you a chance to become someone important.
Oh! That did not work.
Every Catholic should get the chance to redeem themselves. As an archbishop, Gobel should do this openly to console the hurt Parisian souls. And maybe even save the lives of many innocent people.
There is something that you are not telling me, and I will not look into Gobel if I am not fully convinced. I have too much at risk.
Boo.
Be aware that you did not handle this well. Then again, I would not want you to think that I have a heart of stone. So let us play. If you win, I will lead an official investigation against Gobel. You may have forgotten how to be sly, but maybe luck has not deserted you yet.
Okay, so we have an out. That's good. Aristocrats, revolutionary. Well, boo. Let's see what we can do by winning some dice. Okay. We will... Is it... I'm trying to remember how to do this. Roll again. Oh, information. Yes. The higher the score... Yahtzee for judgment. Yeah, but it's not letting me hold dice. Oh, okay. Choose which dice to reroll. Never mind. Actually, no. We are going to go ahead and... call that good. That's 280 points right there. means nothing. Holy crap, that's love. I like it. We shall keep. Oh wait, it's 3 turns per. Maybe. I don't know. We'll go ahead and log those points. Oh. No, sir, I don't like it. Okay, that was 690. That's something. He is right on our heels, though, unfortunately. Oh, that's what we needed. Was that right there? Okay. We will go ahead and call that good. We're starting to cause the gap to... Oh, that's... Let's re-roll those. Come on, 6s. And he tried, but looks like we won the day. Maybe it's a good thing that fortune is on your side. After all, you want to go against Gobel. And influence and reputation has gone up. That was a bit close. And arresting priests and giving a speech, that action will be performed the next day. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, it's a mix of Yahtzee and poker. So I kind of dig that quite a bit. Poker dice. I always think of Liar's Dice from day 4 of Act 2. Liar's Dice from the Pirates of the Caribbean. On Davy Jones's ship. Okay. Good relationships. That gives us an endorsement. News. 3 against 1. Your spy is talented, but even he was unable to leave unscathed when faced with 3 experienced English agents. Consider it a draw, this time. The trio are dead, but Ramal is seriously injured. Don't underestimate danger when it appears right under your nose. Oh, they were English agents. Gotcha. But our reputation went up by 5, so that's good. Hopefully Ramal will be able to mend those wounds. I wager 10 years. Alright. Was the defendant confessed to the crime? Act counter-revolutionary? What shifts was the defendant working? Did anyone try to explain the regular losses in merchandise? So the common folk and the revolutionaries want her freed. Aristocrats want her dead. Everyone's pretty evened up. If we do death penalty, the common folk won't be happy. The revolutionaries will still be over halfway. And with an acquittal, the aristocrats will just be slightly lower than half. So this doesn't have a whole lot of severe consequence to us yet. So, let's read the case file. Compiled by Raphael Chalopin. In the dock is Genevieve Lucia, a resident of the section Bonne Nouvelle, row... Yeah, that word. My apologies once again to the entire French people. Citizen Lucia is employed as a seamstress, but each Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday she works at night as a caretaker at a warehouse on Rue de Cléry. When asked why he would employ a woman in a specifically male position, the owner of the warehouse, Antoine Tellier, replied, "All the men went to war and there's no one left to work." She's accused of stealing 1/6 of the contents of the barrels of cane sugar that were imported from the colonies. Citizen Tellier claims that the incident occurred sometime between last Friday night and Saturday morning during Genevieve's shift. He would also like to enlighten us about the current price of sugar. It is high. The owner testified, which has been confirmed through an on-site investigation, that no windows were broken and neither the front nor the back door were forced open. After ending her shift, Citizen Lucia did not report any unusual occurrences. The missing sugar was reported by the workers from the morning shift. The investigators went through the register and found that sometime there have been small losses after night shifts. Genevieve Lucia, seamstress, middle-aged widow, mother of 5, supporter of the Jacobins. Antoine Tellier, spice merchant, apolitical. Many of his suppliers and clients view him as greedy and cunning, although it must be said that people who lack this trait will not thrive as merchants. Evidence: the warehouse register, Antoine Tellier's testimony. Okay. Antoine's testimony. Mrs. Lucia has been working for me for some time, and I had complete trust in her. That's why I didn't react before when I noticed small amounts of merchandise missing. Just the usual business losses, I thought. This time, however, someone stole a larger amount, and only Mrs. Lucia has access to the goods in question. Okay. So, let's get some questions unlocked, shall we? Seamstress. Now, we do have a trap. We need to be aware of this. Warehouse register, that is evidence. Cane sugar is the motive. Oh. I think that would be the motive. Don't. Never mind. Morning shift testimony. Crap. Just got caught in the trap. Mother of 5. Motive. Tellier's cunning. Stolen amount. Accusation. Seamstress, offender's personality. Employer's trust. Wait a minute. What does it say? Okay, the trust is part of the testimony. This case strikes me as obvious. Or do we not know something? Please introduce yourself. Genevieve Lucia. I'm a seamstress. You stand accused of stealing sugar from Citizen Tellier's warehouse. I stole nothing. Tellier's a liar. Spoken like a true thief. He put a woman in jail because rats ate his sugar. Oh, okay, so the people are definitely... Okay, so when it comes to cunning... it would be testimony. Employer's trust. Accusation? Ah, boo. Okay, we can't mess up again now. Motive. And cane sugar. Accusation. Okay, that could have been worse. Now, the interesting thing about this, guys, is we only have 3 options. I already get the gist of kind of what's happening here. She is either, 1, stealing a little bit of cane sugar to sell it and give to her children, or just the sugar itself. Or maybe needs more French accent. Oh, hey Ashley, how you doing? She's either stealing the sugar and either giving it to the kids or selling it to feed her kids, because she has 5 kids according to the testimony. Or the boss has found some way to frame her, like skimming off profits or something. I'm not sure. But let's go ahead and call in. We'll call in Antoine last. We'll see if I don't want to send her to the guillotine. The aristocrats can deal with it, I suppose. What's up? Oh, nothing much. Just trying to keep our heads here in We the Revolution. How did you manage to support 5 children? There's no mention of a Mr. Lucier anywhere in the files. Mr. Lucia heeded the call of arms and went to the front. He must have liked it because he decided to stay. Or his corpse did. Are you trying to evoke compassion in the grand jury? It's been a long time since that word meant anything to me. So, you let your husband go to war despite having children to support. He didn't care for my permission. He just announced that he'd return with money and a medal. I think he was just fed up with the noise and his work. Okay, the jury wants her free. That's good. Let's go ahead and keep asking the good influence questions. Why did you choose to take on this extra job? It wasn't a choice. I've got hungry mouths to feed. So you started working at the warehouse to steal food. I don't even know what's inside those chests and barrels. You work as a seamstress by day? I sew, I wash my children's clothes, I cook, and I clean. And you spend the evenings at the warehouse? The evenings? No, Monsieur le Judge. I'm there the whole night. In the morning I come back to make breakfast for my children, and then I go to sew. The revolution was supposed to make things better! Ooh. Words against the revolution in the peanut gallery. That's interesting. Is it possible that this is not theft, but simply the typical loss of merchandise? I don't know. But the fact is it's dark at night, and Tellier doesn't like the idea of buying additional lanterns. It's easy to stumble or slip on something. Do you often see the carriers stumbling on something? Sometimes, but I usually steer clear of them. Could it be that someone spilled the sugar that disappeared? I don't know, but if one of them accidentally dropped a barrel and spilled its contents, he surely wouldn't admit to it. Of course not. They'd accuse the poor thing. Well, everything's looking good here. Let's go ahead and call in Antoine. Call in the witness, Antoine Tellier. Please introduce yourself. Antoine Tellier. I'm a merchant. Could it be that the differences found in the register are simply the typical loss of merchandise? Someone dropped something, something was spilled? Yes, it could. Until now, I was convinced that was the case. So what led you to consider theft? My workers are strapping fellows. Would they drop and spill something every night? I don't hire just anyone. Only people with strong arms. I'm not in the habit of skimping on good employees. What if one of them was in a difficult situation and stole something for his children? I don't think so. I pay them better than the caretakers, so they should be doing fine. Equality and fraternity, right? Oh wow, that even freed her more so. Alright. I am curious though. Can we answer all the questions? Yeah, I think we can. Did the defendant confess to the crime? No. Was the act counter-revolutionary in nature? No. What shifts was the defendant working? Night shifts. Did anyone try to explain the regular losses in merchandise? The warehouse was poorly lit. Okay, we're going to sign off on that. And I think this is pretty open and shut, guys. I do kind of want to ask her what she needed the sugar for. But I don't think that's going to be enough to get all the way to the guillotine. So, what did you need the sugar for? Nothing, because I didn't take it. 1/6 of a barrel is quite a lot. Exactly. What would I use it for? We live on bread and carrots when they're available. You could simply go to the market and sell it. Sugar is expensive as the city struggles to import it. How am I supposed to do that when I'm working all day? Well, she has a point. But your older children could go. The extra money would not hurt such a big family, surely. Judge wants to sentence her to the galley because of a tad of sugar. But yeah, that's pretty much all I need to know. I mean, even if she did steal the sugar, it's 5 kids. The guy can count it as a loss. So, we're going to go ahead and acquit. The aristocracy won't like it, but meh. My dog is apparently representing the aristocracy. Bam. Okay. The verdict in the case of the missing cane sugar in Citizen Tellier's warehouse is not guilty. Please release Mrs. Lucia. I'm sure Tellier will survive, the sly dog. You can't put compassion over justice. Sure I can. See, it says her act was not counter-revolutionary in nature. It's just almost everything based on this moral system would be considered counter-revolutionary. But it's okay. And the jury should be happy that we are doing what needs done. Do we have any speed cases? Nope. Yours is the dog monarch. Oh. Rommel. Are you ready for the show? It's not my first time, Rommel. Remember, the people must turn against him. Gobel is not your average second-rate politician. Trust me, I can handle it. Very well. Let's go. Ooh, and it's auto-saving. That's not a good sign. Oh, this is ironic. Ave Maria, you know I am a righteous man. Sorry.
When will we finally get rid of those holy hypocrites? Tell us, Monsieur le Juge! When will Tinville drive them into a corner?
Okay, we've got 1 point. Attached, carefree, oversensitive. So I assume they're going to be oversensitive right now. So we'll manipulation. Manipulation seems to be my go-to choice when I realize that I can't reveal anything else. For carefree, it would be carelessness. For attached, it would be more manipulation. And for oversensitive, more manipulation. Okay, manipulation, that is a very weak argument. So let's go ahead and go with aggressive right off the bat.
Be angry. Be ruthless. If someone's head needs to be impaled, do it. It is your city, your country.
Did it work? Yeah. Okay.
Do you really need the people who refuse to defend your faith and instead just disgust you?
We're gonna get this.
Archbishop Gobel is another embodiment of that evil which you yourself have overthrown. He spies, incites, and harasses everyone who stands in his way.
Intrigued?
Are you really going to let the truth about the Archbishop's illegitimate child disappear under the pile of sermons about a virtuous life?
Hey, Raven.
Will you let the clergy support civil wars instead of the faithful?
Yeah.
Rise!
Okay, the people look inspired. And the common folk endorsement has just gone up by 6, so... Good stuff. What are they going to do? Please don't set Notre Dame on fire. They called the Brute Squad. A model Brute Squad. You are the Brute Squad. Oh my lord. Turn 1. Fanaticism. The enemy's militia is fighting harder. Okay. During battles, you may encounter additional conditions that affect your troops or the speed at which civilians escape. Death to those that dare raise their hands against the church. Not against the church, but its greedy priests, the ones who are dragging France underwater. There is no difference. We will not let this stand. We should have put your heads on pikes long ago. Now, the good news is that we have guns. Choose tactic. Okay. Oh, holy crap. Neutral is going to do some work. Doesn't offer any significant advantages, but doesn't give large penalties to your troops for attack power either. Okay, well, that seems to be the best option, so let's fight the battle. And they're going for the front line assault. Okay, they just lost all of their guns. However, we are losing most of our infantry. What's the priest going to do? Is he going to be like, oh la la, and start changing people's colors? Suppressive fire. Where's frontline assault? Yes, indeedy. And double frontline assaults. Age of Empires reference! Yes, indeed. Okay, we've got Bob. He's a frontline fighter. He is good to go. Let's do it. Win this in 3. Okay. So we won. Huzzah. That's our first victory since we horribly lost that first battle. Great work, Bob. This is going to go on your resume. Go to the gambling den or go home? No, we will go ahead and go home. We're fine. Well, we are pretty high up with all of our family. What should we do? Should we go to the gambling den? Or should we go hang out with the fam? Kath says home. Yeah, I don't think anything good's really going to happen to us if we go to the gambling den. Hey, Michi, how you doing? Thank you very much for that subscription, by the way. Okay, we're going to go home. You chose... Oh, yeah. We did. We did go to the gambling den, technically, didn't we? You chose entertainment and booze over your family. When did I do that? Lies and slander. It didn't drop all that far, though, so... Okay. The statue has reached another level of development. You can now seize another building. Huzzah. Oh, yes, political salon. Please. And thank you. And we have used all of our influence. What is going on here? Okay, Raphael is blocked, so they're going to have a little bit of a fight. I need to keep... Rommel is blocked. Diplomat versus diplomat. I know that this is about to go up in flames, but we don't have much of a choice. We have to try and... This is our primary industry. Can't wait for Friday, TGIF. Yeah, I hear that. I'm looking forward to it. I got a 3-day weekend, and I intend to use it. Now, Tinville's investigation didn't... I could have sworn we got that done. Or it was just slashed across. Okay. This action will be performed the next day. Gobel's son reveals himself. Gaining support of the convention. Even with the support of the people, we will not be able to attack a constitutional priest without the aid of the only authority Gobel answers to. We must make sure that the members of the convention turn their backs on the clergy, or Gobel will be immune. The church has survived the anger of the faithful for centuries. It only responds to the warnings of the authority. Oh, we've got to convince. Okay. Let's, we've got Jacques-René Hébert, Grace Elliott. We need to gain at least 2. Work got busy. Well, we got into a street battle with a group of forces loyal to the church. We were able to win thanks to Bob the infantryman. And now we are trying to convince the rest of the convention to turn against Gobel. So let's go ahead and talk to Grace first. That trouble with Gobel. It all happened so suddenly. People will find it suspicious if we do not make a move. Will they think that we're on the side of liars and traitors? That's right. Okay, oversensitive, so manipulation. Attached. Manipulation. And let's just go down manipulation across the board. Perfect, perfect, strong. Outstanding. Praying for rain on Friday. Gotta take my car to the shop. The air outside is cooler than my car's AC. I'm the exact same way, Seraphim. Like, my radiator fan doesn't spin. If I'm on, like, road trips where I'm going down the highway at, like, 70, 80 miles per hour, it's fine. But the second that we get slowed down and it doesn't have air running through it, it becomes very hellish in my Jeep. The situation is beyond our control. A girl was battered yesterday because people suspected that she was spying for the insurgents. Who knows who their next target will be? You? Me? It didn't just happen, did it? Anyway, go on. If the rumors prove to be true, Gobel's presence will make the situation even worse. Do we want people to think the authorities are corrupted? My reputation is at stake, as is yours and your friends from the convention. I never liked him. I heard rumors that he used to be involved in the slave trade, though they were never confirmed. The angry tiger should get some prey to rip apart, that he will not pay attention to anything else and will be able to live in peace. Since the tiger wants to sink its teeth into the clergy, you have my support. I'll pull some strings and talk to my friends at the convention. Satisfied. Ooh, and the aristocrat's endorsement is +5. Neat. Okay, so that's 1. We need 2. Let's go with Jacques-René Hébert. He's the one who's in charge of, like, the newspaper, right? Oh, look at him. And bullheaded. Let's go with humility. And for attached, manipulation. And let's try humility right off the bat here. Perfect, strong, nice. Okay, we are very fortunate in our 1 out of 4 chance. My interview was yesterday and she told me I was overqualified for the position, so I hope I get it. Yeah, I hope you do too, Ani. That'd be awesome. I know that I promised to serve the people and defend liberty, but our citizens are taking things too far. It's high time that someone moved against this clique. The revolution was too lenient towards them. I do not want to make convictions in absentia, but it seems to me that the anger of the people has revealed some old secrets, like that of Archbishop Gobel. Maybe we should do something about it. Nothing would please me more than to watch the fall of this progress-hindering priest. Well, maybe destroying the institution of the Pope would be even sweeter. The angry tiger should get some prey to rip apart. Yes. Reason shall prevail over superstition. You have my support, Monsieur le Judge. Oh, we went all the way with him. And common folks endorsement. We only need 2 Seraphim, so I don't think we need to, yeah, we don't need to. Neat. Alright. Things are not going in Gobel's favor, which I am very happy about. So, if we are able to win the fight against the enemy Bruiser, and Jacques is able to win his fight, unfortunately, Rommel is blocked by another enemy diplomat. I am wanting to send all 3 of them to basically Hail Mary. What's his name? Renard's home base. See what happens. Day 5. Today we only have several minor cases to deal with. Oh. Dear Judge, this evening we'll be holding a ball on the outskirts of Paris. We've invited only the brightest minds of France, the better part of France, and your presence is expected. My associates and I have something to tell you. Something important. The cart will be waiting outside court. Clement Renard. Speaking of Renard. That's not good. Alright, it looks like enemy at the courthouse is about to end, so that's good. That's going to help us out quite a bit. And we have quite a few cases, so let's go down the line here and see where our morals take us. Theo Surfbeer. Amy Martin accuses brothers Theophile and Eloy Surfberg of raping her during a dance. They allegedly dragged her near the scene and forced themselves on her in the scrubs. We did not find any witnesses of the incident. Yoink. Olivia Monau, an employee at a government office, has allegedly told her neighbors that her new manager is not suitable for his position. She supposedly even said that the new authorities are betting on simpletons and someone will have to sort things out. Oh my God, kill her. No, go away. You're free. Dr. Hughes Bofils is woken from his slumber by the wife of a townsman. Her husband had fallen ill during supper. The physician took his time before answering the door and refused to see the patient because he was too tired. The woman couldn't find another doctor in time, and her husband died. That sucks, but that's not a killable offense. Antoine Ralat. Private Antoine was bored, so he took a stick and started drawing a fleur-de-lis pattern in the sand in front of the tailor shop his wife was visiting. His colleagues from the National Guard, who were patrolling the area, caught him red-handed. You go away. Marquis Jean-Louis Berthelot. Marquis Jean, enraged by his loss at a card game at a friend's place, attacked his own servants. He cut off the cook's ear with a cleaver. When his butler tried to save her... Oh, Berthelot beat him to death. Okay. Shank. And finally, Geoffrey Lupe. Locksmith Geoffrey, who was commissioned to install a lock on one of Baron Bordeaux's chests, damaged the encrusted lid. The Baron appraised the damage and said it would cost 50 francs to repair. Lupe declares the cover was damaged before he started work, and we will free. So, the aristocrats were smack dab in the middle. The revolutionaries still like us a bit, and the common folk, we are now their champion once again. So, we basically, we put to death a murderer and a rapist. I feel good about our work today. Thank you. Even the least powerful deserve justice. Yes, indeed. Now we're going to go to some sort of shindig, where nothing bad could possibly happen. Oh, that's not a good sign. That's not a good sign at all. Good day, citizen. I am here to take you to the ball. Why are you so sure that I have the intention of going? Should you resist, Citizen Renard has asked me to tell you that during the event he will reveal the name of the person who murdered your child. What? I know very well who did it. I sincerely doubt it. The carriage awaits you, citizen. You really have nothing to lose, so please, follow me. Oh. Okay, the plot thickens. Oh, this is giving me some Eyes Wide Shut vibes. Not a good thing. Oh, all the people with masks on. Oof. Dangerous business. Take a loaded flintlock with you, man.
Thank you for accepting our invitation.
That's why everyone hates aristocrats. I didn't really feel like having a choice.
Fair point. Thank you anyway.
What are we doing?
What a lovely residence. I'm glad that all that tribute money didn't go to waste. Why am I here?
We wanted you to meet those who are pursued only because of their provenance. The wealthy are being oppressed, just like the poor were in the past.
You're breaking my heart.
Aristocracy worked hard to be treated that way. Everyone has a reason to hate you.
The same propaganda slogans all over again. Once we're finished with that revolution, can we kill all those who are now trying to get rid of us?
Good luck. Maybe you'll meet the ones who killed my child.
Aww.
I must admit that we weren't entirely convinced whether we should take part in that murder, but the offer was just too tempting.
What is that supposed to mean?
Thank you, Shipwreck.
I personally think
1 sec.
that our disguised partner overestimates you. Yet he wishes to cooperate with a judge of the tribunal. He has also reassured us that he doesn't intend to kill any other member of your family.
Oh.
He killed my child? You did that?
See how powerful we, the Highborn, have become since you forced us to unite? We will play one single game of dice, you and I.
Oh dear.
We will play for the fate of the man who betrayed your family and helped us kill your child.
Okay, guys. Real quick, before we do anything else, let's go ahead and update the Extra Life goal. Thank you so much for that donation, Shipwreck. So that puts us at $1,843.10 to help out kids in need. I did not expect an Extra Life donation during this stream. I appreciate that, boss. So, what should we do, guys? Should we go ahead and play a game of dice with him? Or basically tell him that we're not going to play his games? Part of me thinks that that's actually like his brother. That's Alexis's brother who died in the war. Rochambeau. Dancing Vader was great for cutting all this tension. That guy looks like Bruce Bolton, the actor who played him in Game of Thrones. Okay, you know what we're going to do? We are going to go ahead and say... Fine, let's play.
Fine, let's play.
A true fighting spirit. I like that. Our masked friend was furious. He came to us with a beneficial deal in exchange for our help. We agreed.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and keep that. This may be actually rigged.
A dangerous wounded man. Rejecting him would be unwise.
This has to be the brother. Oh, that is horrible. Let's go ahead and roll these again. Oh, that was horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible.
He asked a person we know, someone we have collaborated with before, to help him kill your child. What a fool.
Okay, that's 120. We'll stop.
We will bring you his head on a plate. This will be a token of our goodwill and proof that it is wise to be our friend.
Yeah, this seems completely legit.
The aristocrats will proudly return to the city any day now, and every person who has not taken our side will be dealt with.
Ooh, that's not good. I'm re-rolling the 2s. I don't have a choice. High numbers. Okay, 180. Hey, Sai. We re-rolled. We still won. Holy
You won.
crap.
We will keep our promise. You will get that traitor's head. And Paris? Well, Paris will not be too happy.
Paris is never happy, though. Everything pointed to Gobel. It was really Renard who was responsible for my son's death. That I should not have started a war with Gobel. I made a mistake. I'm sorry. There is Gobel on one side and furious, revenge-driven aristocrats on the other. A war on two fronts at once, at a time when our country itself is consumed by civil war. Maybe you should agree to that alliance. I will not ally with the murderers of my child. You still have another one. I will not do it. It's your life, but I would prefer not to bury any more of your family. While you were enjoying yourself at the ball, your family went out on the town. Okay, we still have a lot of good faith. Fortunately, everyone's trying to have to stick together because bad stuff's going on. Okay. Aha! Okay, the political salon was successfully seized. The available actions will facilitate your work at court. Awesome. Oh, we won everything. Holy crap. Okay. Hold up. Gregory is blocked. There's not a whole lot that we can do about that. We're going for it, guys. Go big or go home, right? Going to see if both Jacques and Raphael can take out the Bruiser. Now, the residents, we're not going to use any of our influence points. We have got stuff to do. Bribe the jury. Fill in the report. Oh, wow. Fire it up! Fire it up! Okay, the hideout. Calm the crowd. Grant immunity. And the printing house and the muscadins. Okay, we're in the 60 to 100% range. 72, 6 days before the next inspection. And the muscadins are inciting the crowd. That doesn't matter. If we're able to take out Renard, life will be amazing. Okay. So, the rejected son. Gobel's son didn't reveal himself, and Gobel narrowly escaped. So there's not anything that we can really do right now, because that curveball got thrown at us. Let's look at the hierarchy here real quick. We still have an unknown character right here below Renard and Danton. But we are going to, hopefully, if we take out Gobel, even if we decide to do that, we're going to be moving up. Moving on up! Day 6. Monsieur le Judge, there's a tragedy 2 streets away. People are calling for a judge. Oh. Oh God, please, not another one. The guard hurriedly leads you to the crime scene where you see a crowd of furious people. They have surrounded several armed soldiers who are trying to repel the civilians from 2 men facing the wall. You soon learn that Commander Francois Henriette has, in absentia, ordered the execution of felons who tried to steal weapons from a military transport. People are demanding your intercession and a fair trial, but it would be unwise to contest the orders of Commander, especially one elevated by your actions. Ooh. Well, here's the thing. The fact that they got caught, we have 2 influence points. We're going to go ahead and use them. We're going to order the men. I don't want the men to be freed. I want them to be imprisoned so they can have their trial. So we can order the detainees to be shot or order the men freed, guys. What should we do? Crowd control. Shoot them. Ew. Okay. Kath says to shoot them. Crag suggests the same. Wait, huh? Everyone's saying to shoot them. Dark Council reunion! Okay. Well, I guess we can go ahead and order them to be shot. I'm curious, though, because if we order the men to be free, that's going to cost us influence. So ordering the detainees to be shot is a free action. It doesn't cost us anything to shoot them. I'm wondering if we get something good for ordering the men to be freed. I'm not sure, though. Can anyone convince me why I should have them shot? Like, give me your reasoning as to why. Do a crime, eat lead. Crack. Make an example. Oh. Law. All right, you guys make a good argument. Dozens of people stare at you with surprise as the soldiers prepare to fire. Bam. 2 men crumple, lifeless. There's nothing more to see here, and you leave. We've lost 2 reputation and the common folks endorsement, but it's okay. The revolutionaries got some like us now. Death penalty. The common folk and our family want this person killed. An acquittal for the aristocrats and the revolutionaries. Wait a minute. That's our buddy. Yes, we have lost a comic book endorsement. Compiled by Fabrice Pollia. Murder. The defendant is... This is hard to believe, but it's my duty to continue. The defendant is the former president of the Revolutionary Tribunal, Raymond Devoye. Our guy who's been giving us pointers this entire game. He's allegedly guilty of causing the death of Judge Alexis Fidel's son. The child's body was found hanging at the Pont de la Révolution. Yesterday afternoon, we received an anonymous letter informing us that the boy's murderer was hiding in the residence of Raymond Devoye. After we arrived, we found the defendant alone, his behavior clearly indicating he was deeply inebriated. When we asked him about the content of the letter, he burst into tears, wailing, "He was guilty!" and kept asking, "Is Frederick alive?" At one point, he threw a carafe full of wine against the wall. On his ways to prison, he kept yelling, "Forgive me." On the day following his arrest in his prison cell, the defendant refused to repeat his confession of the previous evening. Instead, Citizen Devoy demanded to be placed before a judge of the tribunal so he could explain the entire affair. I was not familiar with the defendant's family situation, therefore I decided to look into it. He was living alone, as his wife died several years ago, with the doctor saying it was a problem with her heart. Gossip says that she was exhausted by the defendant's regular abuse of alcohol. Their only son joined the army as soon as he came of age, and nobody has seen him in Paris since. The neighbors say both father and son were aggressive toward each other, and often heard yelling coming from the house as the two men quarreled. Okay, Seraphim, this is the guy who's basically he's our mentor. He's the guy that we go to for hints. He's like the old lawyer. And holy crap. Okay, let's unlock some questions, shall we? Discovery of the body, course of events. We've got no traps. Anonymous tip, course of events. Alcohol intoxication. Let's see, throwing... Oh, whoops. Offender's personality. Wife's death. Death of Frederick. Motive. You think he's being set up? Oh, no. Extenuating circumstances. Quarrels at home. Motive? Okay. Offender's personality. Wife's death. Alcohol intoxication. And then extenuating circumstances. Oh, too quick, too simple, too clean. This is a setup. Well, the thing about it is, Seraphim, that our new political friends were the ones who apparently knew this, so... if we go into the verdict, if we do the death penalty, oh, the aristocracy will be most displeased. And the common folk will be bloody furious if we let him go, as will our family. So, man, we are between a rock and a hard place here. Of course, we'll go back to at least one of the groups wanting to kill us. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's happening here. The defendant confessed to the crime. Was his act counter-revolutionary in nature? How did the investigators learn about the accused? From an anonymous denunciation? I don't know. Is the defendant suffering from any addiction? Did the murderers bribe the defendant? How did the murderers bribe the defendant? Oh! Okay, I don't know if I was necessarily supposed to read that, but it definitely may be a setup now. I would like to start by addressing the judge. How dare you speak? Listen to me, please. I have so much to... You will be able to confess everything during the trial. We have no regard for murderers. That's right! After all these years, you would do something like this to me. It is not like that. Shut up, child killer! Okay, so... we've got multiple things here. I'm curious what's going to happen. We're just going to go right to the nitty-gritty. Were you personally involved in the hanging of Frederic Fidel? No, Alexis, I never... You will address the judge as Monsieur le Judge, and not by his first name. The wretch is taking liberties. No, I'm not. I did not kill the son of Monsieur le Judge. How could I? You were my only family. Do not even dare to suggest such a thing. I will say it again. I did not kill him. How could I kill a boy whom I'd known since his birth? This makes the whole affair even more disgusting. All I did was pass on information. I did not murder him. Oh. You passed on information, did you? I'm going to ask the neutral questions first. I know it's not necessarily in order, but I am very curious. Was your son's decision to join the army in any way connected to your quarrels? Yes, it was. As soon as my son could make the decision independently and lawfully, he did. Have you seen him since? No. The first news I received about him since was of his attempted desertion. Ho ho, lordy. We may not have a choice here, guys. Did you intend to hurt the guards who came to arrest you? Of course not. I'm not even sure I even remember what I was thinking then. Then how do you know that you did not want to hurt them? 'Cause I am not like that. Of course not. No. Your neighbors say that they overheard many quarrels between you and your son. I will not deny it. We often had outbursts in the past, and I regret it now. What were they about? Life in general, me, but usually everything that was bad about me. Anything that a son could accuse his father of after a wife was cried about her drunkard of a husband. That's pretty much it. The rest of it is guillotine questions, so we're going to have to either go against the jury or find out some more information. And it's one of those in for a penny, in for a pound kind of things. So let's do what we probably should have done first. Why did you do this? Why? Answer me! The man who came to me promised to return what was left of my family. So you traded one life for another. I could not have known what this man would do with the information. He only said they needed to find out who they were dealing with. They wanted to know anything about Alexis Fidel. And you believed them. Yes, because I was desperately wanted to get my son back. I was stupid, but I did not kill your son. You did, and you're as guilty as the man that came to you. What was his name? I am sorry, truly, but I do not know. Please forgive me. I beg you, Monsieur le Judge. I would never have intentionally hurt your family. It makes no difference. Blood must be repaid with blood. Well said! Yeah, he unintentionally threw a grenade. Well, it would appear your companions decided to give you up. The anonymous denunciation we received that led to your arrest must surely have been sent by your accomplices. I do not know. A man approached me who needed information concerning the family of Monsieur le Judge. It was only information. And you simply gave it to them and suspected nothing. Well, he did offer something in exchange. So he bribed you. They have my son. He was arrested for trying to abandon the army, and there's only one punishment for desertion. And this man promised they would drag him out in exchange for help. It is my son. I used to drink a lot and failed to realize the importance of family. Now I drink because I lost it, and these people took advantage of that. They assured me that if I refused to help them, my son would be put before a firing squad. And who was that man that came to you? I did not learn his real name, but he knew both Judge Adele and me. His right arm had been amputated at the elbow, which we saw in Renard's chamber, the guy with the horn mask. What were you doing the day the body was found? There was a trial, and then we remember what happened later. From what had happened, I realized that I understood that I had unwillingly caused a tragedy. Had I known what they would use that information for, that is unimportant. You deserve the same punishment as any murderer. No, I cannot. You are like family. Frederick's death is as painful to me as it is to you. Don't not even dare. It's the truth. Since then, there has not been a day I would not drink. I was last like this when I lost my son. When he went to serve at the front, I was sure I would never see him again. Enough of this sentimental prattling. You are a murderer. Plain and simple. Murderer! No. I was tricked. Ooh. Okay, guys. I kind of want to kill him. To tell you the truth. I mean, the other questions are just about his alcoholism. There's no prison option anymore, Crag. We have got death and acquittal. The defendant confessed to the crime. No. Was his act counter-revolutionary in nature? Oh, yes. How did the investigators learn of the accused? From an anonymous denunciation. Is the defendant suffering from any addiction? He is an alcoholic. Did the murderers bribe the defendant? They promised to save his son, who had been sentenced to death for desertion. Oh, Kath. That is a great analogy. Holy crap. His actions led directly to the death. He's the bartender who kept serving. Whoo! Okay. Yeah. Holy crap, Kath. That is a very compelling argument. My creative writing degree. Justified at last. Yep. Bam. Now the aristocracy does not like us, but it's okay. Well, the revolutionaries are still fond. Do it. No one won. No one wins here. I sentence Raymond Devoy to be guillotined. Get that bastard out of my sight. Very well. Let the child killer rot! His act was not counter-revolutionary? Okay. I don't agree with you, but fine. Yes, I would sentence him to death. Or sentence him to... yeah, via exile. They are intrigued. We will speak to the common folk. No speeches? No, we've always got to give the speeches. Carefree with carelessness. Withdrawn with manipulation. And crime aggression. Oh, a very weak argument. That's unfortunate. Well, let's try Manipulation, then. Good. Carelessness. And they love. Love, love, love. That gives us more reputation points, because I think we're going to need it. Do what you have to do. I will not resist you. Pull the rope! Father, was Uncle Raymond really involved in Frederick's death? Everything points to that. How could he? It would appear that he has been on Renard's leash for a long time. Everyone has a master, even if he or she has not learned their name. On a leash? Many years ago, when the Renards began to take over one stall after another, I refused to sell mine. 3 men came and tried to intimidate me, and Bruno was with me that day. He grabbed a stick, determined to drive them away, and almost killed one in a fit of rage. That is when Raymond showed up and made a deal. If I banished Bruno, he'd avoid a death sentence. The Renards simply used the opportunity and through Raymond's hand took from us what they always wanted. Our stall was gone, and so was Bruno, the defender of our family. The Renards won. I always told you that you should keep an eye on them, but you ignored my warnings, thinking I was just a grumpy old man. They will pay for it. I will do anything. How? Do you really want more blood? The Renards have to pay. What good are revolutions and rebellions if we cannot demand justice? All right. Everyone is happy. Just a little bit. Well. Okay. Shopping. Cleaning out the attic. The attic has grown dusty and cluttered. Matilda has not been very energetic about housekeeping lately. Not that one can blame her. Let the male part of the family roll up their sleeves and clean. Why not? That's new. Dad did not like that. Maxed out. Maxed out. Okay. Grumpy old man with a Centauri haircut. Ooh! Yes! Okay. Crap. Boo! We got to increase influence. Jacques can't do anything. Rommel can't move that direction. We got Muscadins and a revolutionary patrol on patrol. We'll go ahead and move here. You're taking over the section. And Rommel is unlocking the section. If we take out the power base, guys, that's where... This is where the good stuff comes in. This is where the fun begins. 80%, 5 days. We've got 7 influence points. No, I don't think Rommel needs to fall back. We need to go ahead and unlock that other section just to see. The only other thing that we could potentially do... Yeah. I think we're good, because they're just going to go ahead and go on patrol. We'll be in good shape. Printing house, we could denounce... What does denouncing do? The Revolutionary Patrol will arrest the nearest enemy agent. No. Muscadins will go to the nearest enemy section and incite a riot. No. We will not do that. Residents, facilitate persuasions, political salon, bribe the jury, fill in a report, hideout, grant immunity. What does that do? Your agents will be immune to the actions of the patrol, calm the crowd, and that's just going to... keep any groups from going into like badness. Whew. This is going to be interesting, guys. You take over that section. Jacques, you go ahead and heal up, and the die is cast. A bargain at twice the price. Day 7. I tried to stop him, but that rascal kept fighting and was going to yell so loud the whole court would hear him. Do not worry. I recognize that young man. He was the one who turned Archbishop Gobel's life upside down. My name is Boutin. I am his son. I suppose I know why you came here. You should know, however, that Gobel is no longer an archbishop and is now immune. Help me, please, in any way you can. Are you deaf, boy? Did you hear what I said? Gobel is untouchable since he made an alliance with Herbert. If you had come to me sooner... I went to Jacques-Louis David, to Citizen Danton. Danton will not help you, of that I am certain. Listen to me. It's over. Gobel will be a successful politician, so take your mother far from Paris and forget about everything. My mother died a few years ago, despairing and humiliated as she pined for her love. I am really sorry for your loss, but there is not a thing I can do. The world loves the new Archbishop apostate. So nobody will help me? No. I am sorry. You have to live with that. Okay, let's see where we are right now. Oh, the aristocrats! Revolutionaries and the common folk. See ya, Seraphim. You have a good one. So if we do death penalty, oh, that's bad. And acquittal will put us pretty much back into the good graces of the aristocrats, and the revolutionaries will not be particularly happy. Fencing school. Horace Lavelle, a famous fencer, wants to teach his art at a private school that will be based in one of the sections of Paris. However, even the most prominent names cannot be sure of meeting the financial needs of local officials. Lavelle came to you when the employees of City Hall asked for too high a bribe for all the required documents and permits. He does not want to give you any names, as he is unwilling to stigmatize the officials, but he believes that the support of a judge will be enough to convince them to make a smaller, more fitting token of gratitude. Oh yeah, I will support the fencer. Absolutely. Bam. And we don't have our buddy anymore, so we don't have any more help in the court. Alright. Let's look at this case file. Compiled by Nathan de Cesaraf. René Mazald, 43 years old, a judge of one of the Parisian tribunals. Before the revolution, he was a trusted counsel for trade tycoons and the richest aristocratic families. After 1789, he became inspired by the ideals of the revolution and was appointed as a judge. The people of Paris accuse him of corruption and betrayal of the revolution after he exculpated Adele de Maillard. She was accused of participating in her husband Emmanuel's plot. Their conspiracy led to the murder of Gilbert Fuster, the popular chairman of the Revolutionary Committee. Adele de Maillard's guilt was proven by indisputable evidence. She lured the victim to her hunting lodge, where he was later killed by her husband. Nevertheless, Mazald, who was the judge in Adele's case, went to visit the accused in prison during an adjournment of her trial that he himself ordered. Such visits, of course, are far from common. The judge was accompanied by Garde Roux. After that visit, Mazald resumed the trial and acquitted the defendant. The infuriated mob detained the judge right after the verdict was announced. A quick search of his house revealed a document proving that he obtained financial gain from Adele Maillard. The fact that prior to the revolution Mazald was the lawyer of Joseph de Maillard, Adele's father, only adds further intrigue to the case. Thanks to Mazald's help, the old Maillard became rich, exporting goods. With regards to Adele de Maillard, she is currently missing. Well, that's interesting. We've got a trap. Course of events, maybe? Hold on. The judge in Adele's case, offender's personality. Visiting the defendant, course of events. We got 6 questions to reveal here. The prison guard. Offender's personality. Adele's disappearance. Course of events, maybe? Nope. Method? I don't know about that. The will, evidence. The prison guard. I don't know if the prison guard's even useful here. Discovery of the documents, course of events. I think we have enough to go through the trap, so if we do Adele's disappearance as method or motive. Aha! All questions unlocked. The prison guard did nothing. What is your name? René Maziard, Monsieur le Judge. I know the procedure very well. Could you move directly to the charges? If the accused knows the procedure so well, he should know that it is I who make the decisions, and not the defendant. I beg your pardon. Old habits. René Maziard, you've been accused of accepting a bribe for freeing Adele de Meliard, an enemy of the people and the revolution. Can you explain yourself? Citizen de Meliard was innocent. I investigated her case as a judge and delivered the verdict. As far as my alleged bribery is concerned, this charge is not based on evidence or facts. Let me remind you that we have de Meliard's will. That document is not related to the case, and I did not even know its content. Oh, okay. So, we've got the guard, Simon Rowe. Here's the problem, guys. If we go ahead and kill this guy, he is going to we are going to be in dangerous territory with the aristocracy. We could conceivably lose the game for it. So what I need to do is try and find some way for the jury to think that this guy is not guilty. So you worked for Adele's father, Joseph de Meliard, in the past. Could you assess his business and fortune? When our cooperation ended, Joseph's assets were earning him roughly 2 million francs, and I think they are still profitable today. So Adele would have had quite a fortune. I know what you are implying, but I categorically deny persuading Citizen de Meliard to make me her inheritor. You are surprisingly well-oriented in the Meliard's financial situation. That is not surprising. I was their trusted counsel. With their money, you would live like a king. It would seem to be a strong temptation. Would you succumb to it? Never. Precisely. And neither did I. Oh, lordy. Okay, they already want the guillotine. So we're going to have to hit all of the positives to get this guy out without ticking off the jury. So let's see here. Was Adele's will the price for her exculpation? No. Citizen de Meliard drew it up discreetly of her own volition. I was unaware of its content. The defendant did not know its content even though it was in his possession. Interesting. The will was drawn up and sealed during my visit to the prison. Only then did Adele de Meliard hand it to me and ask me to leave it with the notary Jules Costa. But the defendant was present when it was written out, so he had the opportunity to affect the content. Had I known the will's contents, I would have sentenced Citizen de Meliard to be guillotined to inherit her assets, but I did not. Oh, that is a good point, actually. Then why did she bequeath everything to you? I do not know that, and would rather not guess. How close were you to Adele de Meliard? We knew each other, but we were not close enough to be friends. That is very true. Holy crap. I did not even think about that. If he would have just put her to the guillotine. So why did you meet Adele in prison? That is not something usually done during a trial. Citizen de Meliard fainted during the first day of the trial. I wanted to make sure that she was not pretending, and that I would be able to resume the trial as soon as possible. She could have planned that. I do not believe so. She felt quite ill. You could have waited for a doctor. And as you know, I would have been waiting rather a long time. I also wanted to hasten things along, as was a long list of accused awaiting trial. We have got one more here. Where did you get the will? Citizen de Meliard handed it to me when I visited her in prison and asked me to give it to a notary. There's nothing illegal about that. She did so during the adjournment of her trial. Indeed. Why did she wait that long? I do not know. You would have to find her and ask her yourself. Oh, Lord. Alright. So, we've got enough to go ahead and free this guy. And I think if we call in the witness Simon Rowe, it's going to get him right back to the guillotine. So, we're going to go ahead and free him. Did the defendant confess to the crime? No. Was his act counter-revolutionary in nature? Sure. According to the judge himself, why did he go to the defendant's cell? He was worried about her health. Who was the defendant to the acquitted woman? Her father's lawyer? I don't know. We didn't get to that question, unfortunately. So, let's go ahead and sign this. And we shall acquit. I know they won't like it, but it's okay. Oh, crap. Okay, so we have a chance to make this a little bit better. Fouquet, Regel, Cellier, and Bozenad. It's not an instant death drop, that's true. Late at night, 4 youngsters broke the lid off a well and defecated in it as a joke. The watchman who caught them testified that prior to that, the children had tried to drown a cat. Luckily, the animal managed to break free. How dare you try and drown a cat? And defecating in a well is... yeah, death. Oh, wow. The common folk and the aristocracy are okay with this. Arnaud Roselat, 2 soldiers of the National Guard, Jean-Pascal Deramet and Bastien Perret, had to intervene at Arnaud Roselat's house. The man had beaten his son and attacked a soldier with a knife. Thus, we accuse him of assault and battery. Oh, hold on. Let's see the other one. During a march in support of the National Convention, Jean-Charles Bernier was standing at the corner of the Place des Revolutions. Witnesses and members of the Guard confirmed that he was yelling, "Le Roi Soleil shall return." No comment needed. We need to be careful here. Freeing this guy. would probably get us good with the revolution again. I'm going to free Jean-Charles. And I need to get in good with the revolutionaries right now. We're kind of on the edge of a knife. But this guy tried to attack a soldier with a knife, so... Alright, well, whatever. We're back where we were at the beginning of the game when the revolutionaries did not like us. The judgment for Rene Mazald is not guilty. Lead the defendant away. Treason! Arrest the judge! I see. You would rather not set a precedent. Okay, well, the revolutionaries don't like us, but that knocked us all the way up into liked with the aristocracy. And we got 4 out of 4 from the report, so... So far, so good. We got the jury support. The jury noticed you making the right choices and upholding justice. They speak well of you. Common folks endorsement, revolutionaries endorsement, influence and rep. Good, 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 good. I'm very curious to see where did we take over the... Oh, to the gambling den, go home. We are going home. I only like playing dice when it's for life and death things. Gobel is currently immune. He has Herbert's support and the common folk appreciate what he did. He claims to be fully devoted to the rule of reason and to rejecting everything that is wrong in the clergy. Clever. Only Robespierre can stop him now, and he will if that rule of reason begins to cross the line. Or if they publish their list of 73. I'm sure Robespierre's associates were also listed there. Herbert's stupidity and ambition are what make him content with Robespierre. He has long dreamt about this power, as have we all. Herbert would lose without the friends he would destroy by revealing the list, and without his support from the clergy, Gobel is a weak ally. Yes, but Herbert is too proud to see that. I know him well. He heard the calling and will not let go. We must convince him that fighting Robespierre alone means death. And what if he does not let go? Then we will all die the moment the crusade against the 73 starts. Herbert and his rule of reason will die next at the hand of Robespierre. The incorruptible will take control of Paris. We must introduce Herbert to someone someone else with the potential to have a power base. Someone who will be a much stronger tool against Robespierre than Gobel. But I think I have the perfect candidate. Oh, we can visit Frederick's grave. Each visit twists the knives in your hearts. Some want to remember, some hasten to forget. Now, come on. Like, she doesn't even want to see it anymore. How much do you hate it, though? Okay, not horribly. Send me to the battle screen. I must see. Hey! Okay, we took the power base. Ooh, they are not happy, though. Crap. And we are all fighting. Whew. That did not go well. Here. Let's try and get our spy back, who keeps on getting caught. We will commence the persuasion. And we're just going to go ahead and spend the rest of our influence points. No opinion, carelessness, withdrawn, manipulation, manipulation. And oversensitivity, manipulation. We're going to get you guys to love us. Okay. Whew. That could have been a lot worse. Okay, Rommel is fighting. Oh, no, 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 no. I don't want that. I don't want that. Actually, I kind of do. I can't move Jacques. So Jacques' probably going to get wounded. I really wish Rommel was there fighting alongside Raphael, but... Okay, well, we are just going to see how that goes. Intrigue times. Intrigue. Maximilien Robespierre. Holy crap. All those with power and influence who remain agree that Robespierre must disappear. Robespierre also knows that sooner or later there will only be one place available at the top. We need 5 successes to win. A trilateral meeting. With Danton and Herbert sitting at one table, there is a strong chance of a fight. You must skillfully push them into creating an alliance instead of juggling accusations. What could go wrong? It says it's controlled by the enemy. No, it's not. Whew. Day 8. Oh, only several minor cases. Okay. We can use this to get on good terms. Felicity Marai, a cook, accepted money from an Austrian agent who wanted her to poison her employer, General Tringenot. She filled the task and went even further. She added a poisonous substance to the pâté, killing not only the general, but also his wife, younger son, and daughter-in-law. Well, yoink. Ooh, they did not like that. Rural aristocrat Thomas Levesea was publicly and falsely accused of not paying the tailor Jean-Yves Noir for 13 pairs of trousers. Levesea, who filed the charge in his defense, presented receipts proving that he in fact paid for the trousers. Okay. Paulette Pierre allegedly stole the laundry of her neighbor. The clothes were drying in the yard. The apartment of the accused was searched, and the investigators found bed sheets that were immediately recognized by the person who got stolen, but Prenay would not confess. We're going to free you. According to the testimonies of a 7-year-old boy, Loup Didier, a vicar of the section Mont Blanc, asked him to help in the bell tower. When the boy arrived, the priest allegedly committed lecherous acts and we would not rather mention. The parents demand severe punishment. Well, I am more than happy to do that. Goderoy Ovard, a young craftsman, made a few minor repairs at the house of Mr. and Mrs. Aubergenois. That's the same guy, the same last name of the guy who plays Odo on Deep Space Nine, by the way. And then Renee, and then had intercourse with the landlady. Mr. Aubergenois was not at home. Upon leaving the house, Ovard stole a fountain pen and a golden locket. We request punishment for both lovers. Meh. And Porthos Poulain, a skilled painter, would forge famous paintings and sell them to naive customers at high prices. When one of his apprentices demanded a raise and threatened to give the game away, Poulain hired a certain Yavash Jinan to kill him. And bam. Okay, we had a little bit of good faith with the revolutionaries now, but the aristocrats are now unhappy with us. That is a shame. And even the least powerful deserve justice. Mm-hmm. Now what? Do we go right to the battleground again? Oh, nope.
Who are you talking to? You would be happy to hand power over to people who cannot even read properly.
What? So you're saying that the poor are only good to die at the front?
Oh, perhaps it is the destiny of the Paris Commune to be shot at in order to protect others.
How dare you?
Oh, Lord.
Gentlemen, we met here to make an alliance. We must, since we are all burdened by weaknesses that Robespierre does not have.
Okay. Prepared my strategy. I've got 6 influence points. We're going to go and use 2 here. If we've got to switch, if we got to do this, we've got to do this. So withdrawn manipulation, oversensitive manipulation, attached manipulation, bullheaded humility, and with attached manipulation. Perfect, strong, strong, perfect, strong. Commence.
It would seem that Robespierre's madness has completely taken over his mind. Somebody must stop him.
France has survived ages of dictatorship. It will survive Robespierre as well.
Why do we even talk to the boor?
Yowza.
There is a reason Robespierre has reached the top. Many have tried to knock him down, and they have all lost. You will lose too if you face him alone.
Do you know something that I do not?
Maybe.
Alexis is right. On our own, each of us are easy prey.
Gobel will betray you at the first opportunity because it is much better for him to join forces with Robespierre. They both hate the rule of reason, but Gobel has yet to reveal this to you. Let us say I have influence on someone who will make a better scapegoat than Gobel. Prosecutor Tonville.
I will resign from my post in the Committee of Public Safety and propose that Tonville should replace me. Robespierre will turn his attention to him, and we will gain some freedom to act.
Tonville is a prosecutor and enjoys a good reputation among the people. It is possible that Robespierre could see him as a rival for the position of the highest statesman of France.
So far, so good.
All I have to do is show him that power is within his reach. Tonville wants it as much as we do.
It might work. Strict cooperation and trust will be the key to conquering Robespierre.
All right. Let us get rid of Robespierre once and for all.
I like how all 3 of them say his last name different. Reputation, common folk endorsement, revolutionaries endorsement. Good. But now we need to do it with Danton, maybe? No? Are we good? Has my family abandoned me? Clean out the attic. Well, these guys, both dad and the son are very happy, so let's go do something that Bernard needs to learn how to deal with stage fright. Your family's last ray of hope. Bam. Okay. Ooh, here we go. Huzzah. Man bites man. Oh, nice. In 3 days, officials will come to assess the progress made on the monument. Try your best to impress them. We may be done with the monument. Yeah, it's at 96%, guys. We are in good shape. Okay. Controlled by the enemy. It shouldn't be controlled by the enemy. It should be controlled by me. You guys are going to fight. Both Jacques and Gregory are wounded, so they are not going to be really moving anytime soon. I'm going to go ahead and move Rommel here into this territory. Once they're freed, though, we're going all out with the with our offensive here. Controlled by the enemy. Yeah, we just need to wipe him out off the map. He has 2 sections taken over. Okay, intrigue. Oh, Lord. Gobel's son has once more paid him a visit. This time their argument became more heated and included a firearm. We do not know what manner of accusations were made during the meeting. The testimonies of the neighbors, however, lead us to believe that the conversation eventually turned into a fight that ended with a bullet in Gobel's chest. He died where he fell, and Boutin has been arrested. Your murdered child has been avenged. You could exculpate the murderer. After all, you were responsible for luring him out of hiding. Well, that's nice. Prosecutor at the Committee of Public Safety. Prosecutor Tinville will make a perfect human shield. He will take Danton's place with a clean record, and we will use his gratitude in the future. Moreover, we will get Robespierre's blood up, since he'll probably interpret this as a move toward us gaining control of the Committee of Public Safety. And we need to convince Tinville. So let's see if we can do this before we call this a stream, guys. Danton is ready to resign his position at any moment. Everything is happening suspiciously fast. Because you were not expecting it. An independent observer would say that you have worked hard to get this promotion. It could also be an obvious trap. And with carefree, carelessness. For attached, manipulation. Carefree. And for oversensitive, manipulation. Strong, strong, perfect, strong. You do not seem to be a person able to live with the knowledge that someone else does your work, as I already do in court. I'm not the right person to save the reputation of the Committee of Public Safety. There are better and more experienced candidates. If Robespierre managed to climb to the top, why would you not do the same? You're equally as good. Oh, he's intrigued. The committee needs to be supervised. It must be transparent and lawful. Who else could be assigned this difficult task? Danton and Herbert decided that you are the best possible candidate. They asked my opinion, and I agreed with them. You now have powerful support, and this is your chance of a lifetime. Fine. I will think this through and give you my answer tomorrow in the courtroom. Success! Revolutionary's endorsement? All right. Good. We've built up a little bit of breathing room. Can't believe that Gobel is gone, though. That is a shame. Failed intrigue. Successful intrigue. Perfect intrigue. I don't know. We'll have to see what's going to work here. And let's look at the hierarchy here. Gobel is done. Adele, I'm still down here. It's alright, though. Once we get Danton out of the way. Day 9. Are we going to be in court? Are we going to see a scene? Ah! We are going to have our trial for Gobel's son and murderer. So, we are going to be dealing with a case of patricide at the beginning of the next episode, guys. We're going to go ahead and end it here. And we got a lot accomplished here as we move our way up the ranks. And fortunately, it seems that our fight for Paris that I was so worried about, we seem to be getting a little bit of breathing room, which I'm glad to say. But we lost our mentor, and now the prosecutor is going to be our human shield against Robespierre. So I'm very curious to see where the story is going to go. But yeah, we will go ahead and pick it up next time. Thank you guys so much in chat for hanging out and giving me your opinions and your viewpoints. It's always awesome when that happens. But if you guys haven't followed the channel yet, please do so. I try and stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays unless real life gets in the way. And if you're watching the replay of this on YouTube, I have a link to my Twitch channel in the description below. Like, share, subscribe. You guys know the drill there. And we will see you next time. Later days, everyone.